Hello dear students, welcome back to your science classes. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and doing well. So students, I'm your science educator again here with a new chapter. And today we have chapter number 5, which is about beaks and claws of birds. So in previous chapter, we discussed about the structure of birds, and now we are going to in detail of the beaks and claws and how these things help them to eat and to proceed with the food processing. So first of all, before starting this chapter, have a look on the learning objective. So first we are going to discuss about the different types of beaks, and in detail we have this much how they according to their food the eating habit, according to their eating habit they have different kinds of beaks. And next we have types of claws of birds. So how they have to move from one place to another place, that depicts the claws of that particular bird. So let's get started. Beaks of birds tell us about the kind of food birds like to eat and how they manage to get their food. So according to their beak structure, we can identify it, what kind of food is eaten by them and how they manage their food. We also get to know how beaks help them to protect themselves, because the only way to protect themselves is by using their beak, by fighting with their enemies. Next, birds eat different kinds of food such as grains, seeds, insects, worms, nuts, honey, flesh, and fish. So here we have a brief category of beaks. So first of all, we have to discuss about the beaks of seed and grain eaters. So those birds who eat seed and grain eaters, they generally have a short, hard, and honey beaks, because it helps them to pick their grains inside their beak. Next, the examples we have sparrows, pigeons, weaver birds, and peacock who have short, hard, and hollow beaks. We can also say the beaks of seed and grain eaters. Okay. Next, we have they can also remove the husk and swallow the seed. So this much specialization they have in their beaks, they can remove the husk and then they can swallow the seed. After this, we have beaks of flesh eaters, those and birds who are non-vegetarians basically. So eagles, vultures, kites, owls, hawks, etc. are flesh eaters. They have hard and sharp, because to eat some other animal's flesh, we need a sharp thing, right? That with help of that we can eat a flesh. So and curved beaks for tearing the flesh of small animals and birds on which they feed. So what we understood here, that they need hard, sharp, and curved beak. With the help of these three qualities, they can eat flesh. Next, we have beak of nutcrackers. So parrots and budgerons have hooked beaks for cracking nuts and seed. It is very interesting to watch that unlike other birds, the parrot move its upper beak. So it means the parrot can move their upper beak as well, and they are also nutcrackers. So they can remove the husk of it and then eat the seed, cracking the seed. Next, we have beaks of honeysuckers. So here what we understand here, sunbirds, hummingbirds, mynas, and golden orioles have slightly curved straw-like thin beaks for sucking nectar or honey from the flowers. Just because of that, while we drink something with the help of straw things, what we see here, here we have a curvedness, then a tube-like structure, a straight thin-like tube-like structure, and when we suck, so we can consume it. So similarly, they need to suck the honey. That's why they have a slightly curved and tube-like structure, straw-like structure of beak. Next, we have beaks of fish eaters. So those birds which eat fish, they have long beaks because they want to catch the fish inside the pond, right? So kingfishers, pelicans, and gulls, etc. have long beaks for catching fish. The pelican can store fish in a skinny bag attached to its beak. So what we see here is a picture of pelican we have, and what we observe here, they have a bag-like structure where they can store the fish they catch. Next, we have beaks of insect eaters. The swallow have soft and broad beaks. Their mouth and tongue are very thick. They can catch insects in flying by snapping them up with their wide and sticky mouth. So they have wide and sticky mouth, and with the help of their sticky tongue, they can easily catch the insect. Okay. Next, we have some other types of beaks. So ducks and swans have flat beaks with strainers. So they generally have flat beaks and strainers. With the help of these flat beaks, they can swelling up, and as well as they can has a strainers which allow mud and water to run out from the beak, trapping tiny wasps and water plants within the mouth. So with the help of their flat beaks, they can just differentiate between the mud and water, and with the help of that, they just trap the tiny worms inside their mouth. So these are the pictures we have for the flat pickers, flat beaks, as we have swan and duck. Next, we have a hoopoe has a pincer beak for pulling out insects from their hiding places such as holes in the ground. So what you see here, a long beak we have. With the help of this long beak, they can put their long beak inside the hole of insects, and they can generally find their food and eat it. Next, we have woodpecker has a strong heavy beak for hammering and packing at wood. It taps the bark of trees to find insects and insects larvae. So they generally have a tapping work, okay, heavy and strong. So they just tap 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 tap. So with that they find their insects and larvae of the insects, and generally they find their food. Now we are going to discuss about the type of clothes we have. So first of all, clothes means the fit of the bird, and these clothes of birds tell us where and how they live. No bird has more than 4 toes, but some have 3, and the ostrich has only 2 birds. So in feet, they generally have different number of toes. Mostly they have 4 toes, but some of them have 3. And if we are talking about the ostrich, they have only 2 toes. Birds use their feet to walk, hop around as well as to catch and hold the food. Claws protect the birds from enemies. So what they are doing, with the help of the, toes, they can protect themselves from their enemies. Also, they can hold their food and travel from one place to another place while they fly. So the first we have perching birds. Perching birds, this is your stem of your tree, and they want to grab their feet like this, so they cannot move left or right, and they have a great balance. So these kind of birds are referred as perching birds. Sparrow, pigeons, crows, etc. are perching birds. They perch on tree branches using their long slender toes. They have 3 toes in front and 1 behind, which is curled round the branch. So what they do, they have total 4 toes. 3 will be in front and 1 will be behind. With the help of this, they can hold the branch very tightly and have a great balance with the branch. Nightingales and skylarks are also perches. Perching birds can even sleep while perching. It means they have a great balance, so they cannot move a single while they sleep as well, right? So next we have scratching birds, hens and peafowl, we can also say peacocks, scratch mud with their strong horny claws. They have 3 toes. They have 3 toes in front and short hind toe, which is higher up the leg. Scratchers cannot perch on tree branches. So what we understand here, they also have 4 toes in total, 3 in front, and the 4th one is help them to give a height. And these kind of birds, whose we call them scratching birds, the peacock and the hen, they cannot perching on the branches of the tree. Next we have climbing birds. So parrots and woodpeckers are good climbers. They have 2 toes in front and 2 behind. Their toes help to balance while climbing on the trees. So they have separation, 2 in front, 2 in back, and with the help of that they can climb from one place to another like this. 1, 2, they can climb themselves, right? Next, we have birds of prey. So vultures, eagles, owl, hawks, etc. are flesh eaters. They are known as birds of prey. They have strong, horny and curved claws for tearing the flesh of the prey. So they have strong and horny curved claws like this. So they can just catch their prey directly. Okay. So just like perching birds, they use their 3 toes for carrying away their prey. Next, we have swimming birds. So ducks, pelicans, swans, etc. have webbed toes. The web of skin are spread between the 3 front toe and are used as paddles of swimming. The small hind toe is slightly higher up the leg and is useless. So they also have 4 toes in number, and only 3 they are using as a pedal of cycle for swimming, and the 4th one is useless for them. Next, we have wading birds. So egrets, herons, cranes, sandpipers, etc. are waders. They wade thoroughly muddy shores, ponds, rivers, or sometimes even as the sea with their long legs and thin outspreading toes. So such toes never get caught in the soft mud. Wading birds have their spread out toes in front and small hind toe at the back, a little above the rest of the above. So what we understand here, they have a single leg which is give a heightness to them, right? And behind of the rest of the toes they have, and rest of the toes helping them to stick themselves inside the river. And how much muddy we have, they never caught inside that, because they have too much balance inside that. They can just withdraw them in instance. Okay, so these are the examples. We have crane and heron, wading birds. Next we have running birds. So the ostrich is a runner. Okay, so it has very long and strong legs For running, it has only two cushion-like toes which do not sink into the desert and sand as it runs fast. So as generally they have only two toes, and as human being walk, run fast. Similarly, your ostrich is also run like that way. So in a cushion-like toes they have, so they cannot just get inside of the desert and sand as it run fast. So students, this is the end of your chapter. I hope so you understood and you like this chapter as well. Now I'm going to meet you in your next class. Till that, bye bye. Have a good day.